Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about ChatGPT ads. So, it has been announced and we knew that ChatGPT is going to introduce ads. It's not going to be ads for everyone. The paid plans are not going to have any ads, so all the people that are using ChatGPT for free, they're just going to have paid ads. How are they going to look? They're going to look like as you are asking for 20 pet shops in your area, whatever. 20 is too much. If you're asking for 20 pet shops in your area, that's too much. Let's say you're asking for the 5 best pet shops in your area. Over there, it's gonna appear as a message that this is also the option if someone is running ads for it. Or maybe an e-commerce store about pets and all of that. So this is how it's working. Now, I don't know about the quality of this because at the end of the day, it's not the paid users, but the users that are using it for free. But still, I believe there is gonna be some people that are gonna convert there. I don't know how effective it's gonna be. Again, it's a new platform we're gonna see, but it's a platform which is based on an AI, and eventually it's gonna get better and better and better in the same way that Meta platform got better and better and better. Let's face it, 97% of the ads are gonna fail just because they're not gonna be good enough to start giving you sales, leads, or whatever you need. What if I told you that I have an app which is actually grading everything before you ever test it? You are increasing the chances of actually finding a winner. You are improving it and you are even enhancing it in a way that you can create better creatives in a very cost-efficient way. This is an app that I have built, I have calibrated with a lot of my friends, e-commerce store owners, agency owners, other freelancers, running multiple ad accounts, collectively more than 25 billion. This is what I calculated all of these years, scraping the ad library and finding creatives that they have actually worked for businesses so that we can be able to do good grading, which is not gonna fail, and grading that's gonna be really constructive criticism and maybe a roast if your ad is completely bad. The name of the app is adroast.ai. You can click the link below so that you can go and you can check it. In the same way that with TikTok, we didn't see this huge other platform that we could advertise on comparing to Meta. This is the same thing. I don't believe it's gonna be something huge. Uplovin was another platform. It wasn't huge. It's not gonna have the same volume as Meta, but even if you can have 10 sales from this every day, 2 sales from Bing, 1 sale from Pinterest, whatever, I'm okay with it because these are other platforms and sales that you wouldn't get from another place. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that still, this is a very new feature. We don't know how it's gonna work, and obviously it's also super primitive and not complex at all in the way that the campaigns are being structured and stuff. There are not a lot of options. So let's go and let's see how it's looking. So, like every new platform, everything looks super basic. We know nothing about it. Most of our knowledge of ChatGPT ads is limited to official documentation. We never had the option of checking it, but now it's live. It started initially with an opening to only to the people that they are in US. I got access also. I live in Greece. Let's create a campaign over here. You can see that you go and you create a campaign. It has a campaign name. Objective is clicks over here, as you can see. For now, the only option that you can do is reach and clicks. Conversion is coming soon, as they say, of course. OpenAI documentation currently refers to reach as views. Your objective will determine how you bid in the auction. And it has here the location, it has here the budget. Same way, conversion event optional, obviously. Start date and end date, pretty standard things that we are seeing also without any complex settings. We don't have yet the conversions, which are coming soon. So we have the reach and clicks. In my opinion, if you want to test it, it's better to use for now clicks until we have conversions instead of reach. Reach is going to be completely stupid. Then we have United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, all. United States is selected by default, by the way. You can have different locations over there, like finding cities like Denver over here in this example. Then you have your daily budget, of course. And then, of course, you can select the conversion event, which is optional, like in Meta, we have a conversion event and all of that. You have to set this up. You can set an objective and budget at the campaign level. Those are about the only similarities between campaigns on OpenAI Ads Manager and Meta Ads Manager. Objective options are limited, to say the least, with ChatGPT ads. Meta offers 6 objectives, OpenAI offers only 2. And they're gonna fix that, I believe, because this is the only way, in my opinion, to train something to give you sales. You can set a conversion event at the campaign level for ChatGPT ads, but this is a step that wouldn't be necessarily for Meta ads. Meta will report conversions without selecting them in the ad set. For ChatGPT ads, I assume the conversions will not be reported unless the events are selected in the campaign. And then we go to the ad groups and ads. As you can see on the left side, we have the structure that we have. We have ad group name, maximum cost per click bid. So here it lets you to do the bidding. It's the same way that the cost caps are actually working with cost per purchase and all of that. Then we have the website URL and context hints. The bid is you choose how much you're willing to spend per click. In my opinion, the $3 that we have here, it's way too much. Now, the other option that you would get if you select Reach, it was gonna be a CPM bid over here. Obviously, we don't know how much is a big CPM or a small CPM right now on ChatGPT. Is 60 really high? Is 20 really high? Maybe it's gonna work with lower, because we cannot compare it with the CPMs that we see inside Meta. Now, while I don't like the suggestions from Meta, I don't like these suggestions also. It says strong delivery on the $3. Your bid is likely competitive for this ad group. If not, you will get a message of may not deliver, like this one when we put the $2. I don't trust this kind of things. Maybe ChatGPT is going to be completely accurate with those and we will have to follow them. Obviously, I don't know if this is the case, but my initial instinct from Meta tells me not to trust them. Then we have the URL and then context hints. OpenAI says to describe the conversation, topics, or keywords where your products or services may be relevant. These hints guide matching, but aren't exact match targeting rules. So it's not as if as you are using a targeting option like pet store or Chewy, for example, which is a famous keyword that we use for pet stores. But this is something that you're gonna just try to explain where your ad could appear, but it's not necessarily targeting, okay? This is what they say. A vague way of not telling you how it's working, okay? This is the only way OpenAI finds an audience. The other critical element is the ad itself. Don't look on the context hint as a way of keyword stuffing. Instead, OpenAI says good context hints describe user intent. Your goal is to describe the types of questions, needs, or situation a user might bring to ChatGPT. Obviously, it's needless to say that you can ask ChatGPT what kind of text you should put there so that it can give you the best targeting. There is not a comparison between the Meta Ads Manager and what we see on ChatGPT, because obviously here we have something which is really simple. We don't even have targeting, we just target a counter and stuff. So there's so many more things that you can do on the ad set level comparing to ChatGPT. Let's move on to the ad though, and let's see how it's working, okay? So here we can see that we have the ad name, we have the website URL, we have the ad creative headline and description the same way, and then we have the image. Pretty simple, if you ask me. Again, on the Ads Manager, we can have so many different options, even placements and all of this kind of thing. Different ratios, I mean, because the placements is on the ad set level. The website URL will put from the ad group, but you can edit it for each ad. It's highly recommended that you use UTM parameters. Now, don't forget that you can have the same structure. You can have an ad set with many ads, okay? So this is something that you can do. The ad creative section is extremely basic. Provide a headline that's up to 50 characters. Just know that it may be truncated in some parameters if it's over 24 characters. Provide a description up to 48 characters. Then you have a square image just you can do an image with a very small text to it, whatever. This is how you create a campaign, then it goes under review and all of that. But if you ask me, since it's very simple and we don't have a lot of options there, what can we do? Diversification of creatives. So we can do many different creatives, trying to make it work from the perspective of different creatives. What I would try to do also is I would try to be creative in the way that I will put the text on the ad set level, and I will try to find different hot pockets that I could use that. So I would try to find different texts that I could put there so that it can be added in different texts and in different places with specific creatives for that case. I think that this is the way that ChatGPT is gonna work, with the prompt that you're gonna add there, so that you're gonna be shown into specific conversations, and with the creatives that you're gonna have as a variation to be close to that. So we have the measure results. It doesn't shock me that right now ChatGPT is gonna be super simple. It has active, on and off, name, status, actions, impressions, and the rest, clicks, spend, CTR, average CPC, average CPM, budget, start date, end date, conversions. That's it. So the first campaign that I have launched, it went live immediately. It didn't have any issues. The review system is not something that should bother you right now. If you have a problem, so of course, don't try to be and start posting stupid things because it's a new platform and they're gonna ban easily to filter people. Also, it looks like the reporting is much less dynamic than in Meta Ads Manager. OpenAI says that you might have delayed up to 7 hours reporting. Combined with the importance of bids, it wasn't clear whether reporting was just delayed or wasn't just getting any delivery. This is also why UTM parameters can be helpful. Now, let's talk a little bit about OpenAI and pixel events. You can go and you can add over there your pixel. You will first need to create a data source. After that, you enter the name that you want to have, like your company website, and the type is only web right now. So you're gonna choose web. You can set up your pixel and your events after that point. The steps that you're gonna follow, they're pretty straightforward. So play with it. Try to understand it. Try to use different scripts. Try to use different creatives. This is the only power that you have. Just the script where you're gonna appear and the creative. There is nothing else that you can control. Do we know if it's effective? No. Do we know if it's gonna work? No. Do we know if it's gonna have quality because it's gonna be only for people that they haven't paid the subscription? No. These are things that we're gonna find out. It's super simple now to set it up. It's not complex at all, which makes total sense. At least you have to try it and see if it's gonna work for you. Meanwhile, if you wanna know how you can connect your Claude with Meta Ads Manager, I have this video over here where I'm explaining what you can do with it and what you shouldn't do with it. Until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.